So I'm listening to the radio station in the morning on my way to drop off some packages. So I hear them talking about this dog that died in the overhead carrying compartment. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, that's messed up that the dog died. But at the same time, it reminded me that there are people that care more about animals than black people. And the comparison I had was when Freddie Gray died. They got a certain section of people who didn't give a damn about how he died, when he died, or whatever. But if a dog died, they'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe this dog died. Some of the people on there talking about let's pass legislation to protect dogs from dying again in overheads. But let a black dude die. They don't even care at all. But I already know that. And I'm going to give you an example of how I know that and been knowing that. When Hurricane Katrina hit, 2005, so I was 25 years old. I remember after the storm hit, they had a group of black ops dudes riding around. Basically, white dudes that don't like black dudes riding around shooting people straight up. You know, a lot of black men was killed during Katrina, and families never got the answers to why they was killed or anything. No justice, you know, by black ops and by police officers that was killing people, you know. So they was riding around just, you know, harassing black folks. You know, some people was out there looting or whatever, but these motherfuckers will pick anybody to harass just because the color of our skin. And another thing I know what was going on at that time was, if you was walking around after Katrina, they just was basically locking you up because you wasn't supposed to be on the street. You were supposed to be evacuating. But a week after the storm, I was like, man, I need to go secure my house. So I snuck back into the city. So when I snuck back into the city, man, it was like all hell broke loose. The whole city smelled like burning car tires and dead bodies. Like a faint smell of dead bodies. Not real hard. I don't know if you ever smelled a dead body, but that's what it smelled like. Dead body smelled almost like a dead dog or something, but not exactly. But long story short, that's how it smelled. Like burning electrical wires and dead bodies. It was horrible. So I get back in the city and I was like, oh, damn, man, I got to go check on my friend's property. But I can't be walking around the city because I'm going to get stopped. No matter how innocent I look, I'm black. And they're going to stop me because they think I'm up to something. So I already knew at the end of the day, there are white folks out there. And I've only experienced this with white people that care more about their dogs than they do a black person. So I remember that as a kid growing up. So what I did was, I got my little sister dog put on a leash, and then I put myself in some scrubs because we had some scrubs around the house. I don't know why. Nobody in my family a doctor or nothing like that. So I put the scrubs on, and I put my dog on a leash, and I put a notepad in my hand like I'm walking around, I guess, surveying stuff or whatever. So I'm walking around with the dog, you know, so I could look more trustworthy. Even though I wasn't doing nothing, I wanted to gain these racist people favor by having a dog with me. So the dog, you know, was my card to walk through the neighborhood. So I'm walking through our neighborhood, checking other people's property and stuff. I didn't have no problems because I had that dog. And only because I had that dog. Because if I would have just had my black skin alone, they would have snatched me up quick. I'm going to give you another example of how that dog saved me and how that dog is more important than a black person than you would expect. I got the dog again because I had to evacuate. And the border that I had to evacuate to was a 10-mile walk, at least a 10-mile walk. So I got my little sister dog again, and I got in my regular clothes. So I say, man, me and this dog got to make it out of New Orleans and get back to safety and civilization. You know, this after Katrina, all hell broke loose. So I'm walking with my dog. I got stopped at least 11 times with this dog. The people, it'd be white people. I'm telling you, it's white people. They were stopping me, and they was like, do the dog need water? I was like, nah, I got water for the dog. It's okay. It was always, do the dog need something? Do the dog need something? how's the dog? Is the dog something or whatever? And I'm a human being. I know they probably figure a human being can fend for itself. I know some of y'all probably gonna be like, oh, they just was checking on a dog because the dog can't help itself out. No, fool. It was so obvious, and I knew it was obvious, that if I had this dog, somehow I became a better human being, or if I had this dog, I was gonna get favor from some white folks that would normally give me favor. So everything I thought on how they would react to the dog in me, or me without the dog, came true, and it was proven. I was able to get out the city and with no problems, only because I had that dog. If I wouldn't have had that dog, it would have been a different story. But somehow, because I had an animal, that my black life became more valuable. Ain't that something?